breaking down this viral 3D makeup. What is the difference with 3D makeup? The reason it's amazing and it really sets itself apart from other makeups is because our face is not one dimension, right? We are three-dimensional, people. Okay, so also in this amazing little compact, we're gonna take care of sunspots, darkness, dullness, dryness on our skin. This is going to balance the pH. So in this tutorial, what you're gonna learn about, and you're gonna have to side, swipe, scoot, whatever you wanna call it, you're gonna roll on to the next one because it's a limited time when you do a reel. But I really wanna break down the basics for you so that you don't feel overwhelmed. So contour, this is gonna outline your face. We're gonna get into detail. I'm gonna show you exactly where to put it. We're gonna brighten your face. We're gonna foundation, AKA conceal your face, right? So this is your foundation. This is your lip and cheek. So everything, your entire little makeup bag, well, it's probably big and messy because we always buy too many products. We don't know what we're buying and we don't have anyone to ask questions for. And that's what I am for. So we're going to minimize and we're gonna conceal and we're gonna save money. So if you like saving money, you're gonna love this too. So this all-in-one compact is amazing. So slide swipe to the next. We're gonna go over each little amazing magic tin and this magic brush that makes it all come together. Okay, so I like to put contour on first. I feel like it's a little roadmap to where all the rest of the color's gonna go. It outlines my face. That's how I do it. Again, there's not a wrong way to do this, but this is what I would advise. So here's what we're gonna do. You can take a 3D brush or any brush that you get. Any of the brushes are wonderful. You're going to tap it into your contour. Your contour is going to be a little bit more firm because it is creating dimension. It is creating a shadow. So first of all, I want you to see that right where my ear is attached, if you feel right down here, this is the very bottom of your cheekbone, not underneath your cheekbone, not perfectly on top. That's where I want to imagine my brush is going, okay? It's not gonna be perfect, that's okay, because it's the placement of it. I just don't want you too low or too high. So that's why I tell people to kind of go ahead and make sure you're aiming for that spot. I want you to stop right at the end of your eyebrows. Then I want you to come here in your forehead. We're gonna take this forehead contour here and we're gonna go about a finger's width from our hairline, and then we're gonna go we're gonna meet that contour right here on our cheekbone. This is how you can do it with a brush, okay? I'm gonna also show you if you wanna do it with your fingers or a smudge brush, if you would prefer to try it that way, I'm gonna show you that as well. So when we blend this out, it's gonna be perfect. I know it looks a little bit different on each side, but that's the amazing thing about cream makeup. It's so forgiving and it makes contouring, which feels so scary, super, super easy. Now we're gonna talk the brighten highlight. The brighten highlight is gonna go anywhere where you want a little brightness around the center of your face, around your eyes. It's really important though when you're using this brighten highlight that you don't go directly under your eyes. You actually do not need as much product as we have been trained to think we need to put under our eyes. We actually want to really go with the idea of less is more. So I flipped my brush around. I was using the pointier end of this brush. I'm gonna show you how you can apply it with your finger and or a smaller brush. I'm gonna go down the center of my nose here with this brush. And you can do the exact same thing with your 3D brush, or like I like to use my pinky when I'm applying with my hand. This is your brighten highlight when you get your color match. And this is what really brings that brightness to the center of your face, which we all want. Oh, I could add a little bit more mother brush, but I'm gonna add a little more here. I don't wanna miss out. So the brighten highlight replaces your traditional concealer. Now we're gonna go into our main highlight that replaces traditional foundation. I'm only gonna place this in the areas that still need coverage. You are using all these different colors for one full coverage. What I love to show here is, look, I used this brush earlier for my contour. I'm gonna go into my main highlight here, okay? Dipping right in here. It's not turning into a muddy mess, and it's not a muddy mess on my face. That is in the magic with the brush and why you do need at least one brush. Okay, you just need one brush there. I don't know why I didn't squeeze my brush a little bit skinnier there. I probably should have done that. So I'm gonna go back and add my contour, but that's okay. I want you to see that this makeup is so easy and forgiving that even when you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. Using the same end where I used the contour on this smaller smudge brush to apply to show you that it also does not turn into a muddy mess. I am gonna speed it up really quickly so that you can see where I place this with the brush, or you can place it with your finger. In your color match from me, you'll get several different tutorials. There's a way to apply with a brush. You can apply with this brush. You can apply with your fingers. You can do lines. You can do dots, count by number. Again, there's going to be several different ways to learn how to apply the makeup, but two things that are super important. There's not a wrong way, number one. Number two, it will blend out, do not worry, to perfection. Lip and cheek is just gonna go right on top of my contour right here, just setting right on top of that. You can also use this as a lip color. This is a matte, it is nude, I love it. Such a pretty color. And I'm gonna pop this color on also with the smudge brush. You could also use your finger. Again, it's gonna go on the top. I am placing it a little high, but when I blend out, that brush is gonna capture it and place it exactly where I need it to be while I'm blending. Please do not drag. That's the biggest thing I see people do. They see these really kind of dark colors. They get a little overwhelmed. I promise if you start trying to drag, which I think people do that because they want to try to rub it in, that will defeat the purpose of tapping this beautiful makeup in, making it a second skin, really just starting to move with your skin. You want to leave those colors where they're at. So don't be overwhelmed. And note that the reason these colors are so incredibly concentrated is you need such a small amount for amazing coverage. These are 3 times more pigmented than most of the colors on the market. So that's one huge thing, why these tins last so long. So do not fear the dark colors and how intense and beautifully pigmented they are. I promise it works in your favor. Lip and cheek just gives you a little extra color, and I love nude. It's gonna be perfect on everybody, but we have so many different colors that you can choose from that I will help custom match you with. And if there's other colors that you love, we have them, I am sure. When you're blending, you want to start tapping your color into your face. I am really tapping, right? So I really want you to know that the tapping is important, okay? You do not want to pull and tug and displace that makeup. I'm also starting with my lighter colors, mainly because I want to keep that brightness. But as you all saw earlier, I didn't go and clean my brush when I applied my contour. My brighten and main color after I applied my contour. So don't worry that you're going to have this muddy mess. I think we all worry about that, right? Like, how in the world can this actually work? It's kind of crazy, but it's for real. It works. I'm not kidding. In a minute, I will speed this up just a little bit, but what I wanted you guys to see is that I'm not going in and changing anything with my colors. And you can see that they're blending out really beautifully and giving me dimension on both sides, even though I applied with 2 different techniques. Now, my favorite thing to do is to forget to go down my jawline. So don't forget to do that. I absolutely forget to do that all the time. But you can see that this is giving me, even though I did it 2 different ways, beautiful contour, beautiful application. And that is really important for you guys to see that there isn't a wrong way. And I promise it's so forgiving. You will not mess anything up. And if you do or have questions, that's what I'm here for. So I will tell you that my favorite tip is to tap in your nose contour. I obviously didn't end up speeding up the last video because you only have 90 seconds and I get to talking. So what I like to do is use my middle finger for the contour and then use my ring finger when I remember for the highlight. Sometimes I mess it up, but it doesn't matter. I promise you will be so pleased. And I just think that it gives you a little more definition because you're not able to accidentally overblend such a kind of small finite area where you're trying to get a lot of detail with nose contour. So you can see again, beautiful foundation, 2 different ways that I applied it. So easy, so fast, so simple. So that is literally everything in one compact right here. This is it. Contour, foundation, brighten, highlight. Wait, I went backwards. I'm upside down. Sorry. Let's do that again. Contour, contour, concealer, foundation, lip and cheek. Sorry, when you're looking in the mirror or in the phone, it's like up backwards. So, tis life, tis life. But it is so easy. And then really, whatever brushes you have at home, besides this blending brush, you do need one blending brush, but this is it. This is the magic. Listen, to give you that amazing contour that we're so afraid to do, but we kind of want to do, or we feel like our skin just needs a little pick me up. This is it. Now, if you want a little bit more in your compact, these are all customizable. That's what I love. So if you want to add bronzer, you can add that these are customizable. You build them as you want. You absolutely do not have to fill this completely up, which was what I love. These are magnetic. I am a gloss addict. I will tell you that I did go in. I do one little tap with my brush right when I'm done with my nose contour, but mainly I tap it in, and then I just do a very soft tap just to make sure everything's beautifully blended. I'm a gloss addict, so I always go ahead and I like to add an extra gloss on top of any matte because that is just me. And then I'm going to show you our bronzer really quickly. Bronzer brings this amazing warmth to your face. You just go in here and tap, tap, tap. This is the best bronzer. It's Bella Bronzer. You absolutely need to have this. I'm going right below my contour. Okay, people ask, where do I go? Right below my contour, that's where the sun hits. That is the highest point on my face. Also the highest points on my cheek, tip of my nose, and my chin. Okay, so that's where you're gonna go in and put that bronzer. You are creating this beautiful warmth. That is the difference between contour. Contour gives you shape, shadow, and structure. It honors your beautiful bone structure. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Now we're just giving you a little warmth, a little sun kiss. Hey, yes, a little more sun kiss. That's what we want. You see how that warms me up there? And then I just take the rest and kind of just take that down my neck. So you want to get these 4, but you want to also grab the bronzer. Go ahead and get the bigger compact. You're going to take these 4, stick them in there, and then you can wait to fill up the rest of this compact. You don't have to fill up anything else. You can wait, and then when you're ready, you have a whole second shelf. Message me for your custom color match.